In this video, we'll be going over some awesome PlayStation 4 game deals available right now, as well as an accessory deal, and all of these deals are from the physical side of things. However, we did upload a video recently going over the PlayStation Store's flash sale that they're running, so if you still haven't made up your mind on what you want to get from that. But for this video, we're focusing on the physical side of things. So with that being said, let's get right into this. And as I mentioned, we do have one accessory deal, and that is the Sony Gold wireless headset, and it's available for $75 at Newegg. On top of this headset being only $75, that's $25 off. You also get a free $10 PSN voucher when you connect the new Sony Gold wireless headset to any PS4 by April 24th. So if you factor that in, you end up getting this headset for $65. It's a super high quality headset. This is the latest 2018 model, and if you're looking for a headset at this price, you cannot go wrong with this, and you'll get $10 of PSN credit. You can put that towards whatever you want, and you'll get a great headset, so can't go wrong with this deal. Next up, we have some awesome deals from Best Buy, and as always with Best Buy deals, if you are a Gamers Club Unlocked member, you will save 20%, so we'll go over both prices. First up, we have Ghost Recon Wildlands, $20 base, $16 Gamers Club Unlocked. Now, Ghost Recon Wildlands is actually having a free weekend right now, so if you're yet to be sold on the game, you can download that, play the game for free, and then make up your mind on whether or not you want to buy the game. It's actually discounted on the PlayStation Store as well, but getting the game physically is actually quite a bit cheaper than buying the game digitally. Figured that one out. And Ghost Recon Wildlands has been a game that's been making a lot of progress. At launch, it wasn't the best game in the world, but Ubisoft has stayed committed a lot, like a lot of their other games these days. They've been rather committed to it, and it's becoming a better and better experience. They just unveiled Year 2's worth of content for the game, so now's definitely not a bad time to jump in, and at just $16 for Gamers Club Unlocked members, it's a great price.
You made us. Get after it.
Oh, we got two guys left. Target down. He's running toward you guys. Making a run. Making a run for it. I got him. I got you covered.
Next up, we have Kingdom Hearts HD 1.5 and 2.5 Remix, $30 base, $24 Gamers Club Unlocked. Kingdom Hearts is one of the most long-storied gaming franchises. There's so many games to pick from, and if you're just getting into the franchise, it might be pretty mind-boggling deciding where to begin and how to get all of these games. Well, Square Enix has made it rather simple with the Kingdom Hearts HD 1.5 and 2.5 Remix. This is a great entry point for newcomers, or if you just want to revisit the franchise, this is a great way to do so. With this collection, you have Kingdom Hearts 1, Kingdom Hearts 2, Kingdom Hearts Birth by Sleep, as well as Kingdom Hearts Ray Chain of Memories. On top of that, you've got various cinematics from other games, and it is just a fantastic compilation. Considering that Kingdom Hearts 3 is scheduled for a release this year, fingers crossed, now would be a great time to check out the Kingdom Hearts HD 1.5 and 2.5 collection. Again, $30 base, $24 for GCU subscribers.
But it's your heart they really want.
You think you can defeat me, the true darkness?
I know now. Without a doubt.
Mafia III, $15 base, $12 for GCU subscribers. Mafia 3 was one of the more anticipated games of this generation, and that's for a variety of different reasons. Mafia 2 was one of the underrated gems of last generation, and with Mafia 3, they were moving to an open world setting, and at the time of Mafia 3's release, everyone was still in love with the open world game design, and that's still true today, but I feel like that's been dissipated a little bit. Nonetheless, I would say that the majority would agree in saying that Mafia 3 failed to live up to expectations. It's not a bad game, it's still got phenomenal voice acting, a great story, and an awesome main character. However, the gameplay does struggle a little bit, and I could understand why you would be disappointed if you dropped the full $60, but now that it's down to $15 or $12 for a GCU subscriber, this is the perfect price to pick up Mafia 3 for. I would highly recommend you to give it a look at this price point. Next up, Assassin's Creed Origins, $30 base, $24 for GCU subscribers. Assassin's Creed is one of the most well-known franchises in gaming today. For a long time, Ubisoft was doing yearly releases, and after a while, we did get a little bit bored of the franchise. It got very stale, and after the technical debacle that was Assassin's Creed Unity and Assassin's Creed Syndicate not performing up to par commercially, Ubisoft took a year off in 2016 from making a new Assassin's Creed game, but 2017, they came back with a bang with Assassin's Creed Origins, completely revitalizing the gameplay in the franchise and making a far more live open world with a lot of content. There's so much to do in AC Origins, and this is another game that Ubisoft has been very committed in constantly keeping updated and adding new content. Now, some of that is paid DLC, but a lot of that is also free events, so it's great. And for the price, given the fact that this is a relatively recent release still, $24 for Gamers Club Unlocked members is a bargain.
We must continue the fight and defend the free will of the people. And no matter how small, our brotherhood is the only hope.
Speaking of recently released games, we also have Middleearth Shadow of War at the same price, $30 base, $24 for GCU subscribers. Middleearth Shadow of War was a game that had a ton of controversy surrounding it prior to its release. A lot of that came from its microtransactions, which by the way has been remedied quite a bit. And by the way, the base game of Middle-earth Shadow of War is quite good. It is a significant improvement over Middle-earth Shadow of Mordor, adding a lot more content and a lot more variety in the gameplay, and still retaining a lot of the quality elements. And by the way, the visuals in this game are outstanding. And this is another game, very recent release. It's already down to $30, just $24 for Gamers Club Unlocked members. For this price, you're getting a quality game for a very low price.
And we have the Bright Lord here, Ryan. Tell us a little bit about who the Bright Lord is.
Oh, great. Thanks, Sid. Why don't you just toss me all the lore-related questions?
Well, you're a little hobbit. You love all this stuff.
I'm the hobbit?
You're a hobbit.
Because
you're
I'm shorter than you?
Perhaps.
Celebrimbor is, or the Bright.
So those wrap up all of the Best Buy deals. We've also got some awesome deals available at Newegg right now. First up, Dissidia Final Fantasy NT for $30. Dissidia Final Fantasy NT is a very recent release. It just released back at the end of January, and it's already down to half its price. Now that might make you think that this game failed to live up to expectations, and I would say you are very much right about that. The Dissidia Final Fantasy games weren't all too well known. They were relegated to the PlayStation Portable, but they were fantastic games, and not only were they great fighting game experiences, they also had an awesome single player component. That's what Dissidia Final Fantasy NT is really lacking. It doesn't have that quality single player component. However, if you are a fan of Final Fantasy, there's a lot of fan service in this game, and there's definitely fun to be had. I can understand being disappointed if you drop $60, but for just $30, that is the perfect price for this game.
Opponent's bravery, while increasing your own by the same amount. And receiving a bravery attack will in turn reduce your bravery. These attacks are important because the higher your bravery rises, the more power.
Moving on, we've got a couple of games that just released in March. First up, Ni no Kuni 2 Revenant Kingdom for $45. Ni no Kuni 2 is the follow-up to arguably the best JRPG released last generation, Ni no Kuni Wrath of the White Witch. Developed by Level 5, a studio that's very well known for quality JRPGs. However, Ni no Kuni is probably their greatest work, and that shows with Ni no Kuni 2 Revenant Kingdom as well. You've got that awesome art style retained, gameplay solid, and the storytelling is great too. It's a very artistic game, and while $15 off isn't a significant discount, considering the fact that, again, this game just released last month, getting 25% off definitely isn't a bad thing, and I would say it's worth that $45.
These lands. You must first unearth the power inside.
Next up, another game that released just a few weeks ago actually, Far Cry 5 for $45. Far Cry 5 was the latest in another one of Ubisoft's storied franchise, but like many of their franchise, I think after the release of Far Cry 4, many were touting Far Cry as another franchise that was getting a bit stale. Far Cry 5 does revitalize it quite a bit, but it retains a lot of the elements that you loved about Far Cry 3 and 4. It does have that map editor in there, but the single player component, if that's what you're going into Far Cry 5 for, it's still there, it's very good. You can invest a lot of time into it, but if you aren't completely sold on Far Cry, if you didn't enjoy Far Cry 4 all too much, $45 I would say is very much worth it for Far Cry 5, but I've been noticing that Ubisoft titles have been going on sale rather quickly. I mean, you look at Assassin's Creed Origins, that's already down to $30. If you wait a little bit longer, I could definitely see FC5 being down to $30 by the summertime. Not to say that $45 isn't a great deal. Again, this game just released a few weeks ago. If you're interested, by all means pick it up. Just be forewarned that in a few months, I could very much see it down to the same price as AC Origins.
Silent, scarred, and deadly serious, she's the ideal partner for a stealthy player. Less stealthy but no less effective is Cheeseburger, a tame bear and tourist favorite. Track him down and give him a couple salmon and he'll eagerly charge into battle alongside you.
And finally, you can get a pre-owned copy of Nier Automata for $21.89 at Walmart. Nier Automata is one of those games that's really retained its value. It still goes for around $50 for a new copy, so even though this is pre-owned, the price is too good to pass up for one of the best games released in 2017. I think this game shocked a lot of gamers in how good it was. It's a loose follow-up to the original Nier title, but you can jump into Nier Automata no problem and have a great time, and what you're gonna find in the game is an excellent story that does require a little bit of an investment. You do need to play through through the game 3 times with different characters to really get the entirety of the story, but the gameplay is fast-paced, high-octane, as you would expect from a Platinum Games title, and visually it's stunning as well. Again, typically Nier Automata goes for an expensive price. I believe the cheapest we've seen for a new copy has been around $30–35, so $22 while pre-owned, that's still a little bit steep considering this game is over a year old. I would say it's absolutely worth that because it is a fantastic JRPG. That's gonna conclude another edition of awesome PlayStation 4 game deals, and in this case we do have an accessory deal thrown in there as well. All great stuff. Of course, links to all of these will be in the description box down below. Sound off with your thoughts in the comments section. Thank you for watching, and goodbye.